again, if we did what we needed to do, we would have no problem, getting it done just because we have so much faith and so much trust in each other, So, the hard work was done since January. Those last 8 months were, tough, at Green Tree, in the weight room. So, that's where all the work was done.
X, the communication, well, when Cam would improvise, but then somehow make something happen, it seemed like you guys have been working together for years. How are you guys able to develop that sort of chemistry?
For sure. You may tell, practice sucks running back and forth looking for Cam, So, again, he's ridiculous. He's amazing. He's a ball player, and we're super lucky to have him.
X, he makes it look easy. Not with much effort. Even when he took off in that first run, he kind of just tiptoed out of bounds. The way he played, does that affect your guys' mentality, just how easy he makes it look?
For sure. I think it all starts with the emotion he has for the game, the love he has for the game. He has the same love that we all have for the game, so it's easy, to do something for someone that loves the football as much as you.
Jalen, the O-line, got to give him some love, but what did you guys just feel going into this game, giving him the time to find his receivers, and what was that like?
Yeah, we knew the defensive line that we were going to face today was going to be a tough one. They're a great team, they're a great front, they're a great defense, and we were prepared for that. So going into this game, we just had the mindset is we prepared well for this team, and we just executed well. So we know we have a quarterback. You're going to be blocking. Like you guys said, he's going to find his receivers. It might take 8 to 10 seconds, so we got to keep blocking. So I love Cam. I love our receiver. I love our whole team.
X, for you, your two big plays, both 40-yard catch and run, then splitting the two defenders for the touchdown. Can you walk us through both of those?
Again, I just did what I was supposed to do. I just feel like I have God on my side. I'm a big believer in Christ, and all glory goes out to Him. I feel like I was just motivated through Him, and whatever happened happened.
What do you say to the offense after the interception? When he threw it, like the one mistake he made all day, did he say anything?
We didn't let that fade us. He didn't even mention anything yet.
We knew we were going to face adversity, so we just kept going. That was a one-time thing this whole game, and you saw we didn't let it affect us.
Right. Jalen, you're from Northeast Florida, if I remember right, kind of a Gator country area. So what do you think this win over Florida in the swamp like this means to a program?
I'm just glad to say that we beat Florida. Being where I'm from, like you just said, Jacksonville area. You got a lot of Gators. You got a lot of, Seminoles fans. You got a lot of Hurricanes too. Georgia even. But I'm glad that I'm at the better Florida school.
X, you played Florida State and now Florida. Which do you think is a tougher environment to win in? We know you had 90,000 strong here in Florida State. No picnic either. Do you have any preferences for which one's more difficult to play against?
They're both great teams, both great atmospheres. Our fans actually showed up today, and gave us so much. They helped us out so much. So big shout out to the fans for sure. We need them at Hard Rock.
For both you guys, Mark Fletcher getting 2 touchdowns, obviously long rehab process throughout the offseason. To see him come back, be here week 1, and be able to do what he did tonight, how big is that for you guys, and how good was it to see him do that personally?
Yeah. So me personally, I've been through injuries too. So when he got injured, had surgery and all that, we were all there. Even me and X, the whole team was there to motivate him throughout that whole process. And he had that mindset is every day I'm gonna get better. So when I come back, he's gonna do what he did and do all these rushing yards, block. He's phenomenal. So I'm glad we have him in the running back room.
And he's another believer in Christ, and I don't think I've ever seen someone shine as bright as he did while going through his rehab process. Every day he came with a smile on his face and words of wisdom to give to us, So when he was back, we have a lot of respect for him.
Jalen, what'd you think of Matt McCoy and Ryan Rodriguez playing next to them?
Yeah, I knew all camp, I knew all offseason that I was going to have to play either, between, McCoy and Ryan. So, every series you saw them rotating, and it was good to play with them. And I've been preparing with them the whole time. So I knew that I was going to expect those things from those guys.
The physicality that you guys showed against a very experienced Florida defensive line and big guys, just how much did it mean to you to be able to do that?
It didn't affect us. We knew that they're the big front, so we didn't let that affect us. We were going to prepare the same if we were going to face a little D-line, a big D-line. So I'm glad we came out with a win and we didn't let the big size affect us.
Did that show your work in the offseason to kind of get ready?
Yeah, it shows. We've been doing. We faced a good defense. They're not probably as big as them, like 400 pounds, like 21. But they're a good team, and it goes to show that we've been putting in work, and we're going to continue putting in work.
So how
We'll do
much
a couple more.
Yeah, how important was it to get that first quality win out of the way instead of a softer opponent, you know, an SEC team like Florida?
I mean, it didn't matter to us either if we were going to face a FCS team or whatever. I mean, it didn't matter. I mean, I'm glad we beat Florida. I'm glad we got the win, and we're going to prepare the same we did for this week for FAMU next week.
Coach Cristobal mentioned that before the game, before he left the hotel, Cam talked to you guys and had a message. I mean, what is it like for a guy this is his first game, but he has that impact and you guys can say something? What did he say? What is it about him that you guys follow him the way you do, even for a guy playing his first game in the UM uniform today?
I mean, I don't think there's been a day at University of Miami he hasn't said something, you know. So, I mean, we kind of look to him. He's a great leader. His actions follow it. So, I mean, we have, again, so much respect for Cam.
And X, I may be wrong, but I don't think you haven't played quarterback since like Deerfield. When you missed that pass, you put your hands on your head and lift that coach up. Why you being so hard on yourself, man? That's not something you do every day, right?
I mean, I just consider myself an athlete. So, you know, when the ball's put in my hand, it makes something happen, you know. It was this close. That's why I put my hands on my head. But hopefully we'll get another one soon.
Jalen, similar question to what was asked about Mark. Elijah Royal, he's had battled through some major injuries in his time in Miami. Just how great was it to see him have very good performance today?
I'm just happy that it didn't affect them, like we were saying, that we were always there for them throughout that whole process. So to see them back on the field, and it goes to show all the hard work that they put in during their rehab process, and that process getting back, because that's the even harder process than rehab one, getting back on the field. And you didn't see any pain, it didn't pop up. So I'm glad to see them out there shining.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Jay.
And then bring all that place.